chat. Sup? I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It is all about working through when reality does not match your expectations or how you hoped or planned things to be. So I hope that this session helps you and gives you a sense of stability and groundedness as you're going through your journey. And if you're new, you're now one of my babies, so you get one kiss on the forenoggin. And if you're returning, you already know what it is. You get multiple kisses. Come. Mama loves you. Let's go ahead and just get into the session. We start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And with your permission, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Take a deep breath here. Exhale and release. Let it go. And let's begin, okay? Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our higher self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. I see. So I'm just going to work just initially through some energy. All you have to do is just relax. Take your time. Be patient with yourself. Be sweet with yourself. And just enjoy the moment. As you're in this moment, you might notice your breath. You might notice how your body feels, your mind, your emotions, your energy, your life force, whatever that is for you. And just inhale, exhale, release, inhale, exhale, release, inhale, exhale, release, inhale, exhale, release, inhale, exhale, and release. One more time. Inhale, exhale, and release. Now you're going to just let that go. I'm going to just work here and letting that go. I'll just move through this. Work through this. Release this. Let this go. As we navigate life, sometimes things end up the way we want, but many times things can end up in unexpected ways. Some of these situations will allow us to quickly pivot into something else. Other times, there can be feelings of being stuck in something, stuck in a time, stuck in a moment. With that being said, take another breath. us, but yet here we are again. Another situation, creating a similar effect on us. And it just feels and seems so unfair. It feels like perhaps those other things that worked in the past, what's the point of trying them again today? If they really worked, why are you being triggered again? Instead of seeing the progress of taking care of yourself emotionally, internally, mentally, energetically as an ongoing process, sometimes we inconveniently want crazy, I'll figure it out. But it's almost that I've noticed that people find solidarity with others in their pain, but not in the pain towards healing, but in the pain towards staying stuck. It's certain. And the better that you get or someone else gets, the more it isolates that person from this cohesion. A place that brings people warmth can also tear them apart when they heal. And I don't think that that's fair. So in this journey, sometimes, not every time, but sometimes, you have to learn how to heal on your own. You'll still be able to have connections with people, but you may not be a part of some big thing. Who doesn't want to be a part of some big thing that makes you feel like you're a part of something? You may not be, but you could be a part of a bunch of little things. Maybe sometimes it's just you or a couple of people. Whatever that is, it's worth it. Just because a bunch of people think one thing that oftentimes may not be right doesn't mean that it is real. I was talking about this in the My People community, where I said a lot of people can be very attracted to cults because they believe that the cult is right, because it's so many people with the same mindset, thinking and reciting and spewing the same things over and over again. And someone on the outside might question, well, rationally this makes sense or this doesn't make sense. But they're so impressed by all these people believing something that may not rationally make sense that it makes them believe it in order to be a part of something. Sometimes people feel so isolated and disconnected from community because of how their relationships were with their families, with their friends, with the different environments they were in, that they desperately will be a part of places that take advantage of them. It's not fair, but it seems to happen. And I say, don't be afraid to be alone. And sometimes alone doesn't even mean by yourself. It could mean 2, 3 people and the different interests you have. Don't be afraid to allow the people around you to have freedom to explore things that are different than you, and you do the same. Don't hold everyone and everything so tight. Allow them to grow and learn and expand, and allow yourself to grow and learn and expand. This is the process of freedom. Many people are so in the thick of their lives that they may not have the time to process this. They're just going through it and they just need support. But if you do have time to process it and you do have time to release, why not find a way for yourself to be free internally? Does it mean that you'll never have another problem? Does it mean that you have to stop working on your journey because you're now solved? All it means is that when things trigger you, you may have a little bit more confidence to believe, I'll get to the other side. When the environment around you is saying, we're all stuck and this is how everything is, you're probably also going to feel, even if you had that little spark, that, you know, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Well, the point is, if the spark is within you, you have the power to change yourself. You have the power to change your environment. It doesn't happen all at once. But as you build over time, you can create what you desire and what you are looking for. It just takes time. Time that many of these other situations may not give themselves. But you have it. So why not hold it? Enjoy and fall in love with the process of healing yourself. Fall process of curiosity and patience. Fall in love with the process of rediscovery. Fall in love with the process of side quests. Just fall in love with the process. And love is not this commercialized thing. Everything is perfect. Love is a deep desire, deep passion, and deep respect. Sometimes even a bit of reverence for or towards something. Whether that be the connection that someone has with another person, or the connection that you have towards a purpose. Fall in love with that. When we look at the world today and we notice all the chaos, I want you to sit and just be with the moment of, if these things are bothering you, are they bothering you more now than 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35? I mean, it depends on how old you are. Years ago. Why now? Is it because you're living now? Why now? Is it because these things are happening now and they weren't happening then? All of these things that are coming out in the forefront have been happening for years. Sometimes behind the scenes, now in front. So if that is the case, you still deserve to have the ability to find peace in this world, to work towards a world that works, not just for yourself, but for everyone, and to find peace in the process of progress. These things take time. And don't fall victim or prey to wanting to be a part of something so big that you use martyrdom or sacrifice your self-care in order to have solidarity. You can do so many things to help your reality and the reality of others. But learn discernment. Understand what environments and to what level you should participate. And where you feel comfortable, give your energy. Where you feel comfortable, don't feel that you cannot or you're not big enough. Give where you can. And where you don't feel comfortable, you take your time. Again, you don't have to know everything that's going on in the world. But there are some things, whether one or many, that you know well. So continue to deeply learn. The way that we stay connected is everyone learns what they know well, and we share it together. This is not a policing situation in which we're judging each other for how much they show or how much they perform solidarity or activism. What this is this is a place where we heal and we find ways that are accessible to us to help the world heal. And it's not popular. It probably will not make you any money, but it's peaceful. It takes into consideration your nervous system, your body, stress and movement. It takes all of these things into consideration. It's the long haul. Instead of the next couple weeks or year, it starts to think in decades. And being consistent in what you can do over decades is a good thing. Don't let anyone trick you into martyrdom. What you do is you take care of yourself and you create this world in a way that things are equitable for everyone in your own little ways. But you being stressed out, overstimulated, overreactive, feeling helpless and hopeless, doom scrolling in all these different directions aren't going to get you there. At a certain point, you have to get up and say, I will find this spark within me, and I will find where I'm going, and I'll do the best to not be an asshole along the way. It really is that simple. I'll do my best to care about humanity along the process of my dreams. The world that we live in now, a lot of the issues come from people who were not mindful of anyone as they were pursuing their various endeavors. But you can be different. You can build and grow in various directions and be mindful of others. It will not be as fanciful as these people who are the richest people now, but what it will be is balance, financial stability, health, safety, because I don't think any of us really need that much, but we do need to feel secure in those areas that I mentioned. So you have to find that spark. You have journey, there was a lot of situations that I needed to be released from that weren't peaceful, and others outside of me could see that. But as I continued to mature in my journey, there were many situations that didn't seem that bad, but I chose to release myself in environments in which it might have been seen as enduring, or it shows how down you are, that I said, no, I release myself in these environments. I'm not going to kill myself for this or that. And so fast forward into the future, the benchmark becomes lower and lower, up to the point where I was talking about how just being in an environment where people are self-loathing, even if they're nice, sweet, even if it's not the intention, that's not the environment for me. It kind of reminds me, I don't know if you all were ever a fan of the dog whisperer Caesar Milan, and there was this episode where he wanted to get a new puppy, and as you know, Caesar, he loved pets, and they brought him all of these different dogs, and the breeder thought that he would want the most energetic dog, and they said, I picked this dog out just for you because, you know, you'll love this dog's full of energy, you know, you work with dogs, you'll probably like that. And Caesar, he walks around and he looked for the calmest dog, and he said, that's the dog I want. And they looked so confused, like, why? He said, that dog has good temperament. These other dogs are great, they're full of energy, but you have to train them to get to this dog's, these are puppies, this puppy's natural temperament. This is the dog I need, because when he would bring dogs to come be a part of his pack to help them retrain or reprogram themselves, they learn from the environment they're in. So he wanted dogs that had a calmer natural temperament, and he would work with them as they would help other dogs, you know, from other people to calm down. So then the breeder was like, oh, okay, you know, they didn't expect that. But that's how I feel today. When I go into an environment of people, or even types of situations that just seem too chaotic or too self-loathing, I remove and release myself. And I don't think that people thought that of me. I think that people see that I am very invested in my individual healing work, and they think, oh, look, you got a bunch of potential clients in here. But that's not who I truly am. I always have said to clients that, you know, this is probably bad for business, but I know I'm successful when you stop coming back. Because the goal of what we do here is for you to find your own light. So I don't want you to always have to be coming back and externalize that. Now, I've learned over time that's probably not the best for business, but it's what my intention is and what I do. So, in order to be able to do that, I feel as though I have to be in environments that support me. I feel that I have to be in the right mindset, so I won't go into environments that bring the energy down, or to just say it plainly, are too self-loathing or too toxic, even if it's just a little bit. I just won't. It's just a little bit. You know, they say one bad, you know, one rotten apple spoils the bunch, but it's not like that. It's more of, I can help many people, or one person, or just myself, get to anywhere they want to go, as long as they believe they can get there. It may not be overnight, it may take time, but as long as there's a spark, I can help. But if the person is not even there, if the person has a lot of self-work to do to even get to that spark, I'm just no longer in the business or in the mindset of helping someone get there. I want to see people get further than just the regular. And so that means over time, the environments I'm in have changed. And it's been so helpful for me. Like any person, when you see too much sadness or calamity all the time, it impacts you. I remember I had a season of teaching where just everyone was going through it, and it just felt overwhelming, because many times as I'm teaching esoteric aspects and principles and this and that, there's just nothing I can say to make it better. All I can do in a lot of these situations is just listen and be there. But to genuinely listen and be there for everyone who has a problem is very tough. And so over time, I started to learn, there will be people that I am fine doing that with. But in order for me to get to where I'm going, as my story continues to build and unfold, I can no longer be in that kind of environment. And within the esoteric world, those are most of the environments, esoteric and religious world. A lot of people are preyed on because of their trauma. A lot of people are preyed on because of their discontent. And though the goal is that people feel better, it's really not that people are solved. A lot of times in these environments, of what I notice is that the goal is that you become addicted to the environment so you feel better in the moment, but you don't actually change what needs to change so that you'll feel that you're at a place of peace and calm. Number one, to change what you need to change to get to a place of peace and calm, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of individual work, self-work, all these things. And those environments may not be equipped to do that, especially on an individual level. Also, it's not good for business. The more well people are, if you're in the business of taking care of the downtrodden, the less trodden people are, the less business you have. So you see these kind of cult mentalities and gloom and doom kind of things, and kind of scaring people as a way to incentivize them to take some type of action. And that's just not anything that I connect to or I like. It doesn't make sense. And again, at the end of the day, whatever's out here, as you all know, I'm not invested in what you believe in for the divine. Whether you believe in something or not, I don't really care about that. That's your business. I will speak for myself and myself only. Whatever is out here, whether something is or is not, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know. But whatever's out here, I think sometimes you just have to do things just to do what's right. And the moral compass of right doesn't mean that everybody comes and congratulates you, or you do things for show and you document every aspect of it so people know. No, sometimes you just have to do things for right because you realize the accumulation of selfish activity that takes advantage of a few people will eventually reach you and take advantage of you. Environments in which we're not paying attention to how we impact other people, where that's not coming into consideration, not that you are living your life for other people, but simply just being a decent human being, will eventually encroach on your life. So just do the right thing so that we can build an equitable life, so that you can have peace and balance. You may not have billions of dollars, okay? But at least you could have financial stability, health stability, security, happiness, connectedness. Those things are important. You see all these people with all this money and they're miserable. How's that possible? How do you have all this money and you're still miserable? Doesn't make any sense. It might mean that we need things, but there's enough resources in the world where many people can find what they need to be satisfied. Not just a few people hoarding and then they're not even happy. What's the point? What is the point of that? How are you going to hoard stuff you're not even happy? It doesn't even make sense. So this is all to encourage you to trust yourself. that spark, who have no roadmap in front, but they just have a vision, a dream, and a belief. The disillusioned in a good way. Let's go forward, okay? So whatever that is for you, let's just go forward. Okay? It might take some time. There might be some things that you do or do not know. But maybe if you knew everything, you wouldn't do it. Sometimes being naive can be helpful. If I knew how much work YouTube would be, I probably would have never done it. But it brings a nice connectedness and a nice opportunity to share a calm environment with the world, so it's worth it. But if I had known how much effort I had to put into it, I don't know if I would have been interested in social media at all. Just inhaling and exhaling and releasing. I find that I don't like to document any aspect of my life anymore. There's times where I like to take pictures and videos of just things happening, but I just keep them for myself. I don't desire anymore to display my life for content. I like the idea of sharing communication, but I don't feel that my life is up for critique and consumption. The work I do, sure, that's fine, but my life, I feel like, belongs to me. The people that I care about, that bring me so much joy, they're mine, or I feel a stewardship to protect that. And it's surprising, over the years I've met people who realized that I was on social media and they liked me because of that, and I realized, oh, I think you like me because of this and not because you actually like me. So I think it kind of hurt their feelings a little bit when I wouldn't post them, or I wouldn't do this, or I wouldn't do that. And I would, get my feelings hurt, because I'm like, first and foremost, I have an excellent personality. I am hilarious. I'm fun. I'm easygoing. I'm a good time. Okay? And I'm open-minded to like different experiences. So first and foremost, you weren't about being posted, but I am a catch. Okay? The energy is super easy, and I'm also a very low-maintenance type of friend. I'm a catch. But again, everybody are looking for different things in different seasons of their life, and so I had to disconnect from those types of people too. I was like, yeah, no, absolutely not. No, because when you have friendships in your life, or I'll say when I have friendships in my life, I want to deeply know people. I want to deeply understand people within boundaries, of course. We're not, on the phone 24/7 just talking about everything, but I'm invested in my friends' lives, and they're, doing well within appropriate boundaries. But if they don't know who they are, if they think that reality is just what you post, the imaginary world of what you post about your imaginary life, and not really the moments of connectedness that you have, or the moments that you have of connectedness even with yourself, then it's gonna be hard to be around someone like me, because I understand the superficial aspects of anything that has to do with social media, or anything that has to do with any kind of marketing. But I am a uncomfortably deep person, and over time, with great boundaries, I found a nice balance of truly caring and understanding and investing and learning and being curious, and not being too, like, oh, now I'm sucked in, I feel like I gotta take action to help someone, And when I look under the surface and there's nothing there, again, when I say nothing, I mean like everyone has things they care about, everybody has things that are interesting to them, but these type of people are still finding themselves, and they don't even know it. It's one thing if you say, I'm finding myself, I'm in the process especially when from time to time we can do it with others. Not because we're looking for validation for others, but simply we as Homo sapiens are a communal species. It's the only reason why we're able to advance the way we are. We're communal, even though we're more isolated now. Everything exists in the ability of this interconnectedness. So that's a part of our mental, emotional, and physical health, to be in connection with other people. So we definitely shouldn't take it for granted, and we should definitely be in environments that support us. And just inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and release. Inhale. Just don't be afraid, okay? Everything's gonna be alright. Everything is going to 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 be alright. Where you're going and growing is in front of you. And whether you can see it clearly or not, you can choose to go in that direction. So choose to believe in that. And let me say that I feel great. I feel like time moves slow and fast at the same time. I really savor my mornings, my afternoons, my evenings. I really am in the moment instead of the long to-do list of things that could happen. I enjoy talking on the phone when I can talk, and spending time when there's time to be spent. A lot of times when I spend time by myself, maybe for the walk that I go on, just allowing my mind to wander. All of that. And it feels good. I learned how to stop being a workaholic. Sorry everyone, that's why y'all don't get 5 videos a week anymore. But I'm happy. And I learned how to find my happiness. I learned that it feels good to just be yourself. It feels good to just be in your own moment, in your own energy, in your own space. And it feels good to share those moments with others too. I hope that you all will come to the My People community. If you go to ReikiHealingHome.com, it'll take you to the My People community and join our community. There's many things that we have, like the free first week of the apprenticeship or the Mystic community. But you can also just join the regular community. And of course, it's free to join that regular My People community or some gonna say it to you. Love you, love you, love you, but be sweet to yourself. So safe in love. Think of a scenario or a situation if you've ever felt safe in love, where you know that person is going to love you back. You know that person is dependable. We gotta think of these Capricorn themes. That person is dependable. Okay? That person is someone that you can not just see the moment, but can see a lifetime. Regardless of if it worked out or not, that's not really important. But have you ever felt safe in love? It doesn't just have to be romantic love as well. And as you're looking at this, and for some, you may have never felt safe in love. And that might be a reflection that comes up during this time. Wow. And if you're one who has never felt safe in love, your journey up into this point probably was, how can you create the safety that you're seeking in love? If you have felt safe in love, cheat code. If your answer was, I felt safe in love when I was fully loving myself, that's always the solution to everything. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. universe and all for the highest vibrational good only. Please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe. Ashe, Ashe. Let me know if you feel a difference before and after the prayer in people's healing experiences. They like different tools that we have as energy healing practitioners, and prayer is definitely one of them. So you let me know in the comment section if you felt a difference. So I'm going to continue to hold this space, sweetness, and I want you to see how beautiful and sweet your energy is, and pull in all of that energy from the universe to your heart, to wrap it in a sense of protection and security, so that you are able to perceive the interactions you have in your life from a healthy way, healthy dynamics, not just from the perspective of you were taught that love looked this way, and maybe that wasn't the best love, but then you go out in the world and you seek the same kind of love, hoping that you'll always be able to resolve it. Just get off the cycle. Get off the wheel. And free yourself to a space where you can truly define and require the type of love that you, sweetness, need to feel safe. And that's going to look different to different people. You, my sweet baby, need something different than I do. And that's what makes things cool, interesting, and unique. If we all needed the same thing, it would be boring. But you won't be able to know truly what you safe in love. And again, we have to look at love as being dynamic. It is not just about romance. It can be, but romance, platonic, family, and even shared groups that you share a common passion with. All of those things make us to be who we are, and we should surround ourselves by energy that supports that. Well, family, I have truly enjoyed our session today. We are nearing the end of Nonstop November But Fun, and I'm so curious how it has been for you. A lot of internal transformations, I'm sure. And just to do a little bit of housekeeping, if you would like to be a part of our mystical self-care community, head on over to the Patreon community. That's Patreon, Reiki Healing Hope, and we will be doing a giveaway in December for our channel's birthday, and the Patreon members will get a spot in the 2022 Reiki Master Teacher training. So all of the trainings that are included in that is just something that has always been a perk of the Patreon community, as well as all of the things we've been working on before, which you will have access to, and all the things that we continue to work on week by week. It is just a beautiful, lovely group, as well as our energy healing circles. Energy healing circles originally started here on YouTube, and then it became something that is very beautiful within the Patreon community. It's so lovely to get caught up with each and every one of you each month as you are part of that Patreon community. Also, we have the weekly moon cycle readings on Array Tarot, which is available for you to, just see what's going on with the week. And we also have Reiki Healing Speaks, where we have Reiki sessions and we go over all of these mystical, esoteric themes, but just not in ASMR. As well as we have the Organize Your Purpose podcast, and by we, I mean me, where we go over more, and by we, again, I still mean me, where I go over the entrepreneurial aspects of chasing your dreams and living the life that you want to live. So I am always grateful to be able to live this moment, and also to use all of these years of learning these different modalities, of which I thought nobody would care about, and look, y'all care about it. So that's super cool, and I love to share that with you. And if I could say anything, the reason why I offer so many things, besides the fact that I have so many interests, is because in So as we're shifting into this energy, this Pluto in Aquarius, this Saturn in Pisces energy, we're stepping into a totally new way of existing, of being, of knowing, of loving, of living. And because that is the case, we gotta make peace with whoever that old version of old experience is. Again, we've talked about it before. You're always Trust yourself. What do you have to offer? How are you going to show up for yourself? What sweetness is there for you? What lovely messages come across? What moments? What wisdom? What peace? What moments? What wisdom and what peace? What moments? What wisdom and what peace? And grounding you. Grounding you. And grounding you. Grounding you. Grounding you. And grounding you. And just flowing with your energy here. Flowing with your energy. Flowing with your energy. Flowing with your energy. Relaxing into this energy. Flowing with this energy. Moving with this flow. And you got to go. Don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry. It is enough. You are enough. And you let go of that old stuff. Release it. Release it. Release it. Remember that in the essence of you, you are still there, still available, still showing up. Release it. Release it. Release it. Release it. Release it. Release it. And show. And show. And show. And show. And show. You can do this. You can let this go. You can release those last ties that keep you stuck somewhere and open yourself to the potential of something else. Something else. Something else. Something else. Something else. And release. 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 Relax into this. Finding your peace. Finding your balance here. Finding your hope. Your potential. Your clarity. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. And find that thing for you. Find that thing for you. Find that thing for you. Just going through and letting go of any old extra things that's still left. And just
yourself and show up for yourself is the most important thing you can do. And Mama loves you. So I will see you next time. You know, it can be tough when you have obstacles or just the unknown. You know, the unknown. You're like, what the, you know. But here's the thing. Sometimes old things feel heavy because we're being given an opportunity to have that weight on something yourself up and choose a bigger dream now. In life, there's always going to be something next. And sometimes we could tell ourselves, well, if I just get there, everything's going to be okay. It doesn't matter if you get there or not, it's going to be okay. If we start to think from this moment and just allow ourselves to be okay now, it's okay no matter how it turns out, it's okay, then we'll feel more confident in pursuing greater things and allowing it to change and shift when it needs to. So let go of any blockages that you feel like is taking up just too much. Let go of any energy that you want to be released from. Remove anything is about. And it almost feels a little forbidden to be happy in life when there is uncertainty or when there's change or tough times. To say, hey, I'm gonna deal with these things, it is what it is, but I'm gonna choose to be happy. And happy doesn't mean a fake smile. Happy means being at peace with the day-to-day, still finding joy in the little things in life. So we're just removing those blockages. That's, it's dangerous. That's almost illegal, to feel like your feelings don't necessarily have to correlate with how life is flowing. That your feelings belong to you and you have the right to be happy at whatever moment you want to be. That you can, if you want to, override the socially accepted response to how life is playing out and say, just right now and just for today, I'm gonna be in love with this moment. I'm gonna make peace with my life. I'm gonna connect with people who I can have deep, enriching, and fulfilling relationships with on multiple levels. I'm gonna surround myself by energy that allows me to grow. I'm gonna protect myself so that I know I'm always safe. And I'm gonna leave room to pivot because sometimes things aren't planned and we still just have to find our own way. Can you imagine being okay with no matter how life is playing out right now? Just being happy in the moment. Just saying, I'm gonna feel good. I'm gonna feel good. Just say it. I'm going to feel good. 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 Separate the external reality. Reconnect with the internal reality. It is just all a life lesson. And even if it's tough on the outside, it doesn't mean it has to cause the inside. The inside is independent. So take care of this, nurture this. This is within your ability, within your access. You on the inside, only you can reach. So step up and make different decisions of how you feel, how you process things, and challenge it. Go against the automatic reactions you've always had and just be in this moment. So if we could just take maybe like a couple of seconds, you can bring your hands to your heart if you want to, or just give yourself like a little gentleness, I was gonna say massage or a hug, and just feel in this moment the fullness of life. I feel the fullness, and you could say this too, I feel the fullness of my life. I handle my responsibilities on the outside, but on the inside I feel the fullness of life. I'm not gonna wait to feel good. I'm gonna feel good now. I'm not going to wait to think differently. I'm gonna think differently now. I separate the external and the internal. I am enjoying this new experience of life, and I'm living in this new experience. So just continue to say that over and over and over again. Any moments where you feel like, whoa, the outside, the inside, da 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 da. And I hope that this session has given you an opportunity to find that balance. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having something that looks a certain way. It's about being the essence of that thing, and eventually the external will catch up. But no matter what problem you have, I guarantee you're not the first person with the problem that ever existed. And because of that, there's tons of solutions. It may be, a path or a solution you don't necessarily want to take, but there are options. But it's not really about there not responsibilities on the outside, but I'm still going to give myself the fullness of the experience at all times. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be here one with myself and just enjoy that and release. Let go. Let go of the old things. Let go of the old ways of seeing things and really lean into your energy. Lean into your heart. This is an opportunity for you to believe bigger than you've ever believed before you see it. And those who do that will see a shift and a transformation in time. But the transformation internally can be instant of feeling good. And it's not about having a fake smile. It's not about having, fake optimism. It's just saying, I make peace. I make peace with how life is. I will do the best I can on the outside, but on the inside in this moment, I'm going to find joy and happiness in everything. And it's just that simple. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Just be mindful of the people that you're around. They may not feel that way, and it's easy to kind of just fall into what other groups feel or experience things. But outside of that, you yourself, you have every right to be happy and enjoy this experience. When people show up and they don't want to just enjoy the fullness of now, kick them to the side and really appreciate those around you who do want to enjoy that. Community, a place to heal, relax, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom and or bloom, blossom and or bloom. I am Jessica Sup. I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It is all about choosing to be free. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine. Okay, you do what you need to do in the space. Okay. So what does that mean? That means you can participate in the healing, or you can fall asleep, or you can just set this aside as you participate in other self-care practices and let the video play. Thanks. So if you're new to the community, welcome, welcome, welcome back, babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, or welcome, my bad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And for all my returning babies, welcome, welcome back. Mama loves you. Okay, so let's just breathe in and out. In and out here. In and out. So we start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a collective and as a community. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this, okay? Bring your hands to heart. Breathe in and out. Let's go. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please allow us to connect to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, 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 okay. So, do you ever feel stuck in life? Do you ever feel like, how do I get out of this? Fill in the blank. Well, a large part is choosing to be free, and also realizing how much power we have within us. Sometimes we go through things in choose to be free at any time, at any moment. That's up to you. Breathe in and out. And that freedom starts within you. So many times for so long we're living in other people's expectations. What your parents expect of you, then what your job expects of you, what your society or your culture expects of you. But what do you want? And choosing to prioritize what you want over living to other people's standards, that's freedom. That's balance. That's a new level of power. That's power in a new way, baby. You know, that's the money dance right there. That's the energy. That's this empowerment. If you woke up and you felt like whatever I want, I deserve to have, and I'm willing to go get it, can you imagine all of the things that you would bring into reality? But a lot of times, we're fighting the other, influences in our head of what we think we should be, who people actually might be telling you you should be, and all of that in between. But you get to choose what life you want. You get to choose the reality that works best for you. Make that reality big. Make it grand. Open yourself up to what you need and what you need to align with. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Clearing up any blockages, any paths that have made it difficult on the path. Free it. Free it. Free it. Free it. Free it. Free it. And think about it, there are little feelings inside of you right now that are the seeds to something big and something amazing. And sometimes we want to follow someone else doing something. Oh, we want to make sure it's a sure thing. And we try to follow that, and it don't go nowhere, it flops or something like that. But yet at the same time, you have those little seeds inside of you, that little potential inside of you that can grow into huge trees that will change the trajectory of not just your future, but those around you as well. All of that is within you right now and in this moment. How does that feel? How does that feel? Sometimes your greatest asset is not something that you gotta go find and discover. It is simply recognizing what you have on the inside, what is already there, and you just need to tap into. Breathe through this. Don't you deserve to have a life in which there isn't anxiety or there isn't this depression associated with what should be normal, how things should have gone, and also a reality in which people aren't struggling so hard to fit in that they're having breakdowns, that them being different is what makes them special. You being different, me being different, it's what makes us special. If we all started co-creating that reality and releasing how things are now, means you get to celebrate now. You get to celebrate the little wins. You get to celebrate who you are today, as opposed to this constantly changing goalpost of who you want to become. The celebration starts now. The confidence starts now. The enjoyment for life starts now. You do not have to continue to live in a state of fear, anxiety, depression, all of those things. You can right now enjoy your life now. I will be very real with you. The path to that freedom looks different for everybody. Sometimes it's focusing on medical health. Sometimes it's focusing on your interpersonal relationships. Sometimes it's focusing on your self-love and your self-confidence and growth. It's going to look different for everybody. So there's no one size fits all. But it might be pretty amazing to find out that what you feel like you've been wanting to get to, wanting to grow to, actually was closer, more in reach than you may have known, more accessible than you may have known. You may have not known it, but it's more accessible than you may have known. Isn't that an amazing thing to have? If you caught me on IG, which I go live on IG and we just have chats, I was talking about that amazing energy of just stepping into yourself, stepping into this path, stepping into this freedom, stepping into who you want to be and what you're going to build in this life. And it looks different for each person. But on IG, I was talking about how, I would go down the nutrition rabbit hole. I go down the nutrition rabbit hole here too. But how each person, what they feel is anxiety and depression, which is anxiety and depression, can come from many things. We know that it can come from emotional, mental, traumatic situations. But it also, as I've been talking about over and over again, can come from vitamin deficiencies. I think an easy one to understand is if you get seasonal depression based off of the changing of the seasons. What is that linked to? That's linked to less vitamin D. Wow. So if you're telling me that if that didn't happen, you would still be feeling great, is that not an amazing realization to have? That there are many ways in which you can get to a state of sabotage the future and just stay where they're at because they're not ready to move forward. But if you're ready for healing, you're ready for growth, you're ready for that next level, that next phase, you have to leave behind the old reality that you experienced. And that is not an easy feat, but that is what freedom is. You know, sometimes when you're elevating, you might have a sense of survivor's remorse or something like that. But just to understand that the only way you can heal those that you love, and even the past iterations of yourself, your past mindsets, is to progress forward, is to get to whatever that promised land was for you, wherever your soul is leading you to. That is a part of the journey. So align yourself with your soul's power. Align yourself with your soul's purpose. Find great meaning. Find great meaning. Find great meaning in find great meaning in it all. In all of it. And free yourself. So freeing this path, allowing this opening to happen, freeing yourself, allowing this space to be free, 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 free yourself. And step into that. How do you feel? What came up for you today? How are you feeling? Keep breathing. Keep connecting. Keep showing up for yourself. It is amazing the power that you have. It is amazing the access that you have to infinite power and potential. Just continue to show up for yourself. Well, family, I hope you enjoyed today's session, and I hope you feel a sense of freedom and that you felt like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders and you're just ready to go and grow and blow up, blossom in or bloom is what we say here. So if no one has said it to you, babies, let me go ahead and say it. I love you, but who cares that I love you? The only thing that matters is that you love. Be yourself and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom and or bloom. I am Jessica Sup, a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are healing your deepest self. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 sweetheart. This is your nightly self-care routine. And if you're returning back, so much love, so much care, and so proud of you for holding this space for yourself. I'm a facilitator of this space, but you do the power. Don't ever get it confused and think that it's me. It's not. It's you have the power. You hold the power. And as long as you show up for yourself and take care of yourself, that's the most important thing. So let's get started. Now, let's just work on shifting the energy. Because before we start getting into oh, life is happening to me type thing, don't want that to be the case. We're going to quickly shift it somewhere else. So just breathe in and out. Release and let that go. And start to see has to make you smile. Like, it has to be peace, calm, happiness, luxury, baby. You want to have all that kind of feeling in whatever it is. And of course, your definition of all of these things is most important. It's not what you think somebody wants for you, it's what you want for you. So whatever just makes you happy and fun, go with it. Now, see what you need in front of you. Whatever it is that is going to bridge the gap, whether that is income or love or friends or connections, whatever that is for you, see it in front of you. Breathe into this. Relax into this energy. Start to get familiar with it. And sometimes we don't feel like we deserve something, so just ease on back in. Or sometimes we have so many things that we want, we're like, what shall we focus on? Just choose one, sweetheart. That's okay. And just work with the energy. You know, it's very interesting because when I work with clients, it's very tailored to their specific life at the moment. And working in this collective space, it is really about opening up this collective energy or this opportunity for all of us. Everybody who is watching this session, participating in this session, to bring this collective and combined energy into the space in order to raise the vibrational frequency, i.e., get us to wherever we're trying to go. You feel me? So the work you do, it helps you, but it unconsciously and passively helps another person too, because of the way that you are setting your intention here. So just breathing through this, inhaling and exhaling. Occasionally you'll see me do Reiki symbols. Other times you'll see Metatron healing hand positions. Both I am trained in. But as a seasoned practitioner, I believe in the intuitive healing experience. And so I'll do whatever the energy calls for. My practitioners know how I am. I'm always telling them, develop your own unique healing style. Learn as much as you can because you want to have as many tools under your tool belt strength, in your beauty, in your resilience, in your understanding, in your peace. Face all of that. Face the gratitude that exists within your body, within your heart, within your soul. And move through that vibrational frequency in that direction, letting go of anything that's coming up. So as we do the work, it is not about reliving past trauma. It is about looking at it from a very bird's eye perspective and letting things go. Just washing. It's like washing a dish. You're just washing the dish of your soul, of your vessel, of your body, and just let it go. And feel this beautiful energy just flowing through you, cleansing all of that, the deepest parts of you. And just, when you got a cup, you got a little bit of the soap in there, you just we're gonna do that. And you all know I'm paid in smiles, so I need those smiles. And bringing that in, just pouring that out, bringing that in, pouring it out, bringing that in, and pouring it out. Okay, so I'm gonna be quiet a little bit. Again, going in to do the blessing. This is just where you want to just continue that process of just pouring out, pouring out, pouring out. As a healer, I often feel like it is important to have whoever you're working with, so this is for all my healers out there, whoever you're working with, to feel as much a part of the healing and in control of their healing than it is just something outside of them. Because you never want someone to get into an unhealthy relationship thinking that the solutions are always external. No, the solutions always start within. We're having this session to reprogram you and retrain you to find that strength to do that self-healing until you can get to that space on your own, or to help maintain if you are in that space. Okay, breathing in and out here. So I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. I'm still with you. Bringing in the highest potential, the source of energy, and allowing the energy to float. The greatest amount, understanding and potential. Believe. Give it no matter what. Ashe, okay. So, I'm going to do some Reiki symbols because I want to cement it. Reiki symbols are sigils, and they, to me, represent the combined energy of any person who has ever used a Reiki symbol for the highest vibrational good. So that is what we're sealing this with. We're sealing your deepest self with this, okay? Exhale. Okay. So how are you feeling? Okay, I just want to check in with you. Feel free to comment how this session is going for you. Breathing in and out. And trusting all of that. Trusting, trusting, trusting. Trusting, trusting. Now tell me something you want. You can put it in the comment section too. Tell me something you want. Like something that is just totally unreasonable, but you want it. Okay? And make it big. Make it big. If you happen to choose something that has to do with love, don't just say, girl, I want a man or something like that. Say like, I want a loving husband who X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 blah. Like, I need you to take it to the highest thing. If it's something about like a dream or a career path, I want you to tell me what is the highest level of that. Because this is a teaser, because you know what's coming up. You know what next month is. it go, and I'm just going to work to remove any inhibitions, anything that's like making you think like, everybody has it, it's okay, it's perfectly normal. But I'm just going to remove those and give you an opportunity to feel what it feels like without having that, and to check in with yourself, breathing in and out. Okay. Opening you up, relaxing into this, smoothing through that energy, finding peace and clarity in that, and relaxing into it. What's coming up? I'm going to do a collective reading in just a second to see if there's anything, like any messages, but I want you to look first before I get there. You know, I want you to be clear about what's going on within yourself before I get to the collective message. Okay, I don't want you to just hear the collective message and be like, oh, that's what's going on with me. No, I want you to look at yourself first and then see if they compare, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple more seconds of me holding the space, pulling in this energy for you to just look over yourself. What do you need? What's going to heal you? What's going to get you to where you want to go, baby? Okay, sweetheart, what's going to get you? Okay. Just a couple more seconds here. Then I'm going to go into the collective message. I'm already getting it. Okay. So just breathe in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing and letting go. So 2 words came up, and the first word that came up very strongly was power, and the second word that came up was freedom. And so power and freedom, it is accepting your power and giving yourself, granting yourself permission to have that freedom. You are in full control of your life, your money, your love, your health, your wellness, whatever it is, you are in full control of it. And you have to give yourself permission to be in that. Right now, if you feel not balanced in some area, it's because you're giving your permission away to someone else or something else. You need to take it back. Take back that you have the freedom to do so. Take it back and own that power. But here's the thing, a lot of times people give it away because it requires a lot. It's a very big responsibility, to know that every part of your life you create, so you get the credit, okay? But everything that happens that you don't like, you also are responsible for correcting it. It is never a situation in which you are a victim and life is just happening to you. There are pretty messed up things that happen to people's life, and when you're a child, it makes sense because you're in a vulnerable situation that you could see yourself as a victim. But as an adult, you have the strength to be stronger than any obstacle that shows up in front of you, and you have support in the physical. If the obstacle is tough, there's mental health professionals and advocates. There are all kinds of supportive groups. There are all types of positive hobbies. There's things like life coaches. There's things like energy healers. There's things like medical doctors. There are all these people here to support you. And money should never be a reason why you can't get support, because if there's a will, there's a way. Meaning there's a lot of great resources that are for free. It just requires the effort. Now, if you're at a state, or if you know somebody who is at a vibrational state where they're just like, I don't even have the effort to get up, the first step is believing that you are worth it. If you can get to that first step, believing that you are worth going all in, you know, not giving a damn about what anybody else thinks except for you, everything else will be much smoother than you think it's going to be. But you have to know that you are worth it. You have to value yourself in the way that you would want someone to value your true power. Unlimited amount of energy. Patience, kindness, grit, determination, and peace. Tranquil peace, and protect that energy at all costs. Okay, closing that up there. Beautiful. Okay, good job. I hope you see the potential that I see, and I hope that you act on it, or I expect you to act on it, because, don't waste this miracle of life. You're so lucky to be alive. You're so lucky to breathe air, and people will really be changed by you, your story, and what it is that you share into the collective space. So don't dim your light just because it doesn't feel right. No, sometimes you gotta figure out how to share the gift or find gratitude for living, even during the tough times, even if that means you gotta go slower than you usually go. Sweetheart, you see what I do. If I don't feel like doing something, I don't do it. I'm not about to be over here losing my mind over something that's small in the day. If I don't feel like doing it, I'm not going to do it. And when I feel like doing it, I do it. But most importantly, I always dream big. I always hold myself accountable for the long term. And I try to show up and be a reflection of what I expect from you. Because I see the beauty in you, okay? So be sweet to yourselves. I love you so much. I'm so excited for this. I wanted to say next chapter, for the chapter you're living in. But if nobody has said it, sweetheart, let me go. Relax. Be yourself and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom and or bloom. I am Jessica, or Jet. What's up? A Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are never giving up on you. So we're going to work on raising your vibrational energy, your vibrational force. If you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine. You do whatever you need to do during this time. And if you're returning, so happy to see you again. Mama loves you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Do want to give a special announcement. So excited for those upcoming Reiki level 2 second degree Reiki practitioners who are going to be having their attunement soon. So excited on that journey. Still excited from all the first degree practitioners, as well as our Reiki master teachers who are going for their attunement very soon. Very excited to see these mixed levels. And I just want to share that as the journey goes on for me, and I get to watch or facilitate a space in which people then go on and get to work with clients and teach others, it has been very fulfilling. So thank you, for the opportunity to be able traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, 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 and let your Ashe be in the wind, the water, wherever you need. Let your energy flow very freely. So let's just first scan your energy, specifically scanning the chakras. I want to take some time at the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, solar plexus, sacral, and the root. And bring that air up and down as you go in this cycle. Exhale and release and let it go, okay? Keep breathing through this. Keep breathing through this. Keep breathing through this. Keep breathing through this. I'm just trying to get an understanding of where you're at. Now, we're all individuals. We all have our individual paths. But if you're sharing in this healing space today, then that means we have this collective theme that's bringing us together in this moment. So you take what you need and you leave what you don't. But I'll just relay the messages that I'm receiving as I'm scanning over your chakras, or as a collective, our collective energy in this one space, place, and time. So the disconnect, or the connection that is attempting to happen, is one of building up more strength, building up more endurance, more force, more impact, I think is a good way to put it, to be very impactful in the collective energy. But I feel that there's still a resistance in accepting this new path, in accepting your life as it is, in releasing and letting go of how you used to think of yourself. You're not that person anymore. And identity, who am I? What do I do? That is very important for a person. Very early on in our lives, we start to establish our identity. And things will come and go and challenge them or not challenge them. You get what I'm trying to say? But the identity of your soul is what is coming up into reflection. So you're being given a lot of power. You're being given a lot of opportunity. You're being given a lot of adventure, a lot of force. But there's a little fear. And the fear is not because you can't. The fear is that the old you cannot perceive as big as life is giving you now. And you
your crown and to seep down into the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root. And just have that energy there. So that is how you activate pulling that energy in from source energy. Source energy is your connection to whatever this mystery is out here. Some people say the divine. They'll use terms like God. I often use terms like universe. But it's not a requirement that you have to believe a certain thing. It's just however you have come to your understanding of this, mystery that is out there. That unconditional source energy, pulling that in. I tell you all the time, it's not my business to tell you what to believe, but simply to hold a safe space so that you can fill yourself up on this journey, okay? So continuing to bring that energy, wrapping it all around you, going right to the heart. And if you notice, your heart is really the center of you. Because we have the 7 chakras, right? You got 3 up, 3 down. And your heart is where those 2 come together. And your heart is your purpose. Your heart is your impact. Your heart is how others see you or have an experience from you or by you. And just breathe in here. And taking your highest vibrational experience of who you are to a soul level. And start to bring that out, pulling that out of your heart to start to wrap around your body too. Because this will get you used to this new life. And as you're breathing in and out, still feeling this beautiful, sweet feeling and pulling out your highest vibrational experience within your heart, start to see yourself as you truly are. Start to listen to the words that you say to yourself. If your words are not sweet words, then they need to be removed. Even if it feels impulsive to have to say something that's not positive, you have to remove them. That's the real effort that it takes in this moment. The only thing you can say is something of a higher vibrational frequency. Something beautiful about yourself. So take this moment as I work through the energy to say something beautiful about yourself. And it can be aesthetic beauty, or it can be internal beauty, energetic beauty, whatever it is. I like the way you cooked that meal. I like the way you got up this morning. It doesn't really have to be something big, but it just has to be authentic. Because we'll all go an entire lifetime looking for others to say sweet words to us, when the sweetest words should, would, and will only come from ourselves. The most authentic words, the words that hit at the time that they need to hit, would, should, and will only come from ourselves. Occasionally people will say things that resonate, but take the focus off of external accolades or external awareness or external attention and bring it internal to the point where you can say to yourself, oh, I love you. You're so sweet. You're so lovely. You're so fun. You're so interesting. You're so exciting. Even if it's the things that you know only you get excited about, that is a part of the beauty. You have to see yourself here. So I'm going to just, as we raise this vibrational frequency, just place a beautiful energetic mirror in front of you and take a couple breaths here and start to see yourself for who you really are. Beautiful, strong, understanding. It doesn't matter what you have gone through or what you have done in your life. You still deserve this moment of being loved by yourself unconditionally. That this beauty that you have
blame someone else for that desertion. Anytime you hurt yourself, but you look to project that into someone else as hurt, no one really has disappointed you. It doesn't matter what they're out there doing. The only person who can really disappoint you is yourself. And it is okay to know that along the journey we stumble and we make mistakes. But this pure energy that you feel pulling from your heart chakra, that's wrapping around you, that's who you really are. And you have an infinite amount of second chances and forgiveness from your heart. Look at yourself and look at your energy and say, it's okay. Just try again. I forgive you. It's okay. Just try again. Don't worry about it. We got this. Just try again. Now take that energy and put it somewhere. Something you're very passionate about. Dream, goal, love, whatever that is. Multiple things as well. And start to vibrate at the frequency that you want to receive. You want that authentic love. Vibrate at that frequency. You want your purpose to be the life you live. Vibrate at that frequency. And it all starts with the compassion you have. You want your health to be at a certain level. Vibrate at that frequency. As you go on your journeys, it's not easy. It's not easy to look at how things are if they're not where you want them to be. But you always have the compassion within your heart to be kind and nice to yourself and just be understanding along the journey, okay? It's completely fine. You'll figure it out. The messages are sent to you exactly when you need them. And you have never, ever not been equipped to find your way to the other side. You always have. So let's take these moments and feeling that energy fill up through the heart, surrounding the body, as if you were recharging your battery. Exhale, letting things go, and breathing into this new identity of you. Who are you? Who are you really? Who have you become? Where is your strength? Where is your passion? Where is your flow? Where is your purpose? It's time to move. No longer being stuck. No longer tricking yourself into feeling bad for yourself, but only to feel powerful for yourself. You are a decent human being. You're a lovely person, and you deserve all of the beauty that you can create in your life. And the universe only wants to give that to you. But it asks that you have an open heart to receive it and accept that no matter what you've ever done, no matter what you've gone through, you still deserve all of these beautiful, beautiful blessings to surround you, even now, just as you are. You are full and you are whole. And the higher that you vibrate, the more it myself too, you know. Gotta give myself some love too. So if no one has said it, sweetness and babies, wash your hands for at least 30 seconds. Soap